I don't want to waste your time. I honestly wouldn't be filming this video unless I felt like we could just carry on making videos, but I know there's going to be so many questions, so I think I will address everything in this video so, we can carry on with our regularly scheduled content. That sounds a lot more professional than it actually is. I also want to say that sometimes it might feel like whenever I come on here and have a talk with you guys, it might feel like sometimes I'm not giving you enough time to adjust to things. It feels very abrupt, but the reason for that is because personally, there's nothing that upsets me more than when I'm watching a YouTuber and someone says that they've got big news or something big is gonna happen, a very important meeting, whatever it is, and then they don't really communicate with the audience exactly what is going on, when it's going on. I find that very frustrating. What I usually do is I will make sure that something is happening and then I will only come on here whenever I've got something to tell you, something substantial. And I feel like I've got something substantial to tell you today. As you might have probably guessed, I have moved again. I'm going to try to fill you guys in. I'll explain more in a second, but for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the new spot we're going to film our videos. So this is kind of our new background, where the magic is gonna happen. You might recognize some of the things in here because obviously I already owned them before, especially in our previous kitchen, but this is kind of what we got at the moment. You know it's real when my coffee machine is here, that's when you know. I haven't really thought about this. I swear this is the first time I'm seeing this on camera, so okay, this seems better, I think. Even though a little bit shaky. Oh, need to think about that. Like I said, I'm in the process of moving. I've never made one of these updates while I'm still moving, so I'm gonna go and say that 99% of the videos that you're gonna see in the next weeks, months are probably gonna be filmed here. But if I've got things that have been pre-filmed in the previous kitchen, or if I'm gonna go there to film there still, because like I said, it's a transitional period for me, I don't want you to be too confused and I want you to understand what's going on. I'm kind of in the middle of moving, so obviously the rest of the house, I want to show it to you guys because I feel like 10% of people are like, yes, I really want to see it, but then 90% of people are like, I am here for the food. Show me a food hack, show me a 3D realistic cake. I feel like that's 90% of my subscribers. You don't really care about me, let's be honest. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I would happily show you my house. The only reason why I don't is because I genuinely don't think anyone cares, but if you do care, let me know in the comment section. You know what to do. Prove me wrong, I'll give you a solid tour as soon as I get some furniture in. I've got my coffee machine, so this is it's great. I can live here. That's all I need. But I don't have beds. I don't have anything in here yet, so I've been kind of sleeping on this what would you call that? A mattress? A sofa? All of those and none of those at the same time. It's that awkward adjusting period when you're literally finding out what things you still need for the house, then also going to get them from the other house. It's been a little bit complicated. I think the questions I'm gonna get is, why are you moving again? What was wrong with your old place? Where are you moving to? I bet that's gonna be the number one question. So let me try to answer all of those. So basically, as you know, if you followed my YouTube channel, you probably know that I have lived in London for a long time. I would say for many, many years. As long as you've probably followed my YouTube channel, I have lived in London. Of course, we traveled a lot. We spent almost a full year in America. I go to a lot of different places for content, or I did when, the world allowed for that to happen. When I first started my 24-hour food series, which wasn't that long ago, but it feels like it was a lifetime ago, I lived in this apartment. If you remember the kitchen in the back, it was so small. It was this, literally this size. I'm not exaggerating. I had a tiny little hob where I would have to make my foods, and it was kind of I loved it. I would go back in an instant. It was so much fun, the videos we made there, but it wasn't the most glamorous place because I lived very central in London. I lived in this area which is very touristic, and it was so much fun to be there, but sometimes the space wasn't the best for filming videos. That's why I kind of had to move from that place. At some point, I don't know how, but I think people probably found out my address or something. which was also one of the reasons why I moved out of that place. I never spoke about it because I sometimes feel like speaking about things like this, it attracts more of that. I don't like it. It makes me scared like when I go to bed. So that was something that happened when I lived there, and it sort of like scared me in the way that like, it scared me a little bit of living in like a very touristic, very busy kind of area, because I was like, if my address is out, one of my haters that leaves mean comments on my YouTube channel is gonna come here and I'm dead. Logic in my brain is very similar to this, but obviously with a few more twists and turns. I moved out of the house because the space was a bit small, but also I was constantly afraid that someone was gonna come in and murder me. Because, I mean, let's be honest, if someone comes and tries to attack me, that's it. Even with my animal pepper spray, whatever it is, like my defense things, I don't stand a chance. I need to take like karate classes or something. What I'm trying to say is I was a little bit scared of living in that place. So I moved again after. It was also a place in London that was a little bit calmer, but also still quite busy. I was still just as scared. For as much as people try to tell me to brush aside any like threatening messages or comments that I get on my YouTube or Instagram or whatever, you do think about them. And especially when you feel like you start to wonder if your house is safe, if you live in a safe area, all those kinds of things. Like, you go to bed and this is all I think 24/7. I'm very scared by nature. That is my nature. And I still didn't feel safe. And I only stayed there for like a year or so. And then I moved into the place where I've been filming my videos. You guys know the house where I filmed all the cake videos, where I had my lab kitchen, where I've been filming most of my videos for the past months. I would say since like September or something. So the reason why I moved to that place was because it's not in the center of London, it's more like an outskirts location. So the house was bigger, I've had my 2 kitchens. It was a lot of fun, and I felt like because I wasn't in the center of the city, I felt safer. Like, no one's gonna come here, like no one knows where I live. I'm extremely careful. Safety wise, it doesn't get much better than this, right? Me and Salem, we're safe here. We've stayed there for a while, as you know. I think this is probably the house that I've lived the longest, which it still hasn't been that long. Around the end of last year, when, you know, we'd been in lockdown basically for the whole year, not much was happening. Like, I wasn't allowed to travel. I haven't seen my family for a year and a half, almost 2 years that I haven't seen my family or anyone because I'm not allowed to get on a plane. You know, it's just me and Salem, who is a great company, but, you know, it is definitely been something that the world stopping, not being able to go anywhere, it sort of made me put things a little bit in perspective. So around the end of last year, that's when I started to feel like I feel safe here. It's great. I've got my house. I've got a great space for filming. But I'm an introvert by nature. But even with that, sometimes it can be a little bit lonely. So I started to like look around other places. I was like, I don't know, I wouldn't say no to moving right now. Like, I don't really know exactly what I was looking for, but I guess I just felt a little bit lonely and kind of like isolated from my family, friends, like the world. Like, it's not a unique thing. I think a lot of us felt exactly the same, just because of the circumstances of everything that's been going on, you know, during a world pandemic. I didn't really anticipate that I'd be looking to a new place anytime soon, but I did, and I found this place. And the reason why I was talking about like safety and all of that is because, but this time around, I feel very, very safe because I'm like paranoid with everything. I never show you guys windows, forgetting like a piece of paper and then my address is out and then someone's gonna come in and like take Salem away from me. I don't know, like I worry a lot. So this place is basically in a building that has security. I've never lived in a place with security. I have no idea how it never occurred to me that that would be something that would make me feel so much better. I've been going to sleep these past weeks feeling safe. It's also nice to be back kind of in the center of London, and there's a little bit more going on. I feel less isolated. I know we're not really allowed to do much, but just going to like for a walk, going to the supermarket, it's been really nice to just be around people again. It's been nice for my social anxiety because for as much as being an introvert, like I feel like I don't really crave, you know, being around too many people or whatever. This is not something that I think I need, like logically. For my social anxiety, it's crucial that that still happens, that I still put myself out there in situations where like I interact with people. I can just speak for myself, but I don't know exactly what it is, but the more time I spend on my own, I'm forgetting how to interact with people. I'm forgetting social skills. I feel like I'm going backwards. Like all the progress that I've made, especially like like in my travel videos. I always feel like I've done so much progress in overcoming my social anxiety. I felt like I've been going backwards. And I think a lot of people, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys watching this, you've went through exactly the same thing, and it's probably got nothing to do with, you know, moving to like a more suburban remote location. That's kind of how the situation went for me, but I think a lot of people basically have been struggling with the same thing. Do you guys want a tour? Do you want me to open? Like, everything's empty. There's literally nothing. Paper plates, which I haven't used. This is bad for the environment. Yeah, I've got spices, so if anyone is interested in olive oil, cinnamon. I'm slowly getting done with furniture. I would love to show you guys around. The view from my place is incredible. I kind of want to put it on TikTok because when I film it with my phone, it looks the best, the view from here. So I would love to put it on my TikTok. And for the first time, I'm actually relaxed. I honestly feel relaxed. I didn't tell anyone that I'm in the process of moving. You guys are literally the first people, the only people that I've told, apart from Salem. That's it. I think that if I told people that I was looking for a new place, everyone was gonna say that I'm actually crazy. We're in the middle of a world pandemic. You know yourself mentally, you know how you're feeling, you know like the impact that environment has on your mental health. And I feel like sometimes you just need to do things for yourself. You don't need everyone's input. It's nice to tell people what's going on and get people's opinions on your life decisions, but sometimes you just gotta do it and let people know after. All my friends, family, everyone's finding out through this video. This is my new place. I don't have a bed, so no one can come visit. I don't really know what my next video is gonna be. I've got my camera here now, which was like a crucial thing. I've just got it today, so I can film videos in here. I don't have lighting or anything, so gotta figure that out. But the room is way bigger than my previous kitchen, but I've got so much more storage than in my previous kitchen, which I'm so excited because the amount of gadgets that we use for videos is increasing like times 30 as we film. But the most important thing is really, it's not about the kitchen, it's not about whether this is a great place for filming. I'm just feeling good energy in my new place, which is, I think, all that matters. It makes me happy and proud that I kind of did this. I did this with only my own input. And by the way, oh, I really want to show you a view from here, like the sunset outside. I don't really know what people are gonna say about this because obviously I feel like we've been moving a lot recently. I don't know how it reflects on me personally, but sometimes in life you gotta make the decisions for yourself. I don't know if you guys are gonna be excited about this, sad about the memories that we've made in the other place. I will understand all of that. I will understand if you think this is like a bad idea. I'm gonna hear that from a lot of people. I think I can handle it. If you want a full house tour, give the video a like, leave a comment and let me know, and I will literally put it up as my next video. But if you don't want it, just literally don't say anything, don't comment. It's fine if you don't want to see it and you just want me to make a food video. I've got a lot of different things coming up. I've been trying to line up a lot of things. With businesses starting to open again, I feel like my video ideas just went from, you know, things that I can do in my kitchen to, you know, it's opening up and traveling. I don't want to get too much into that because this is a full different video and a different conversation that I will have with you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for always listening to me, checking up on me, and I will see you guys on my next video, which if you want, it will be a very detailed house tour. I love you guys. Bye bye.